Thanks again for visiting OptimizationTutor.com, where we always strive to provide free training tutorials for do-it-yourself businesses and internet marketers. Today we're going to talk about an important issue, which is keyword placement and how it relates to optimizing your content. Where your keywords are exactly in your text is very important because it controls what's called search results snippets. So if we scroll down here and we look, we can see two different snippets based off of two different keywords. The first one is Dan Gale design. You can see right here we see the title, and Google gave us italics for our keywords. It also found bolds Dan Gale and design in the URL. And if we changed our search to Daniel Gale right here, but doing a phrase match for Daniel Gale, which very rarely users use this type of search, but for example, just to show you how we can change the text snippet, you see again it shows a script font, it shows design again, italicized this time, but Daniel John Gale isn't italicized. And then again we see design here, and it pulled design again, and notice how they're approximately 10 words away from each other. And then again, of course, it bolds it in the URL. So the differences in the snippets are based off of what Google thinks is what users are looking for. So the first thing it does is it takes the snippet, or I mean the search term that the user has put in there, and looks for it in the title, the meta title of the page. And then it also looks for it in the URL of the page, and then it scrolls through to find the snippet somewhere in the text. Now if you know kind of how to place your keywords, you can control the appearance of these snippets. See how this just looks redundant? Script for design Spanish letters, a script font design Spanish letters. It says it twice in a row. If somebody were to look through that, they would think that that was an irrelevant result. We kind of have a formula for figuring out where's the best place to put them. It's pretty straight up for every page. The main problem people have with this is they don't have enough content on their page to properly put the keywords in. We recommend that you never make an article that's less than 500 words at least. So here's the formula right here. Make an introductory paragraph, 2 or 3 supporting paragraphs, and a conclusion paragraph. Then we get into the headlines of the page, which are in code form an H1, H2, or H3 tag. If you see like these chunkable subheadings right here, here in red, these are H4 tags that we use because we've already used 1, 2, and 3 on our page somewhere else. So make sure that your keyword is not just in your meta title or your meta description, but also in your heading tags of your page. If you can, start your paragraphs with the keyword, like mainly your first paragraph should at least have the keyword phrase or some type of variation of it. Sometimes this kind of gets a little awkward when you're trying to stuff a keyword into a title or into a subheading, but that's where creativity comes in. You have to kind of rework it enough to make sure your keyword's in there. Again, make sure you have like 500 words in your paragraph. Make sure that your keywords, you have approximately 3 keyword links is what we recommend throughout the 500 word paragraph, and then another 3 variations of that particular keyword sprinkled throughout the text. So there's no like large sections of text that doesn't have a keyword or a related keyword, because Google does this thing called associating keywords with a particular page or one type of keyword with another. I mean, they have access to a giant thesaurus. So if you use completely unrelated keywords throughout the entire page and you only stuff your title and your header and a few keywords here and there, they're going to see that the main body of the content is not related to your keywords, and then if you're trying to use this as an SEO trick, it's just not going to work. This is designed just mostly to make sure that as you use the right vocabulary in your text, and you make sure that you place your keywords in the text in a way so you can control the search result snippets. Here again, let's look at that again. So here's a snippet. We can also look straight at Google. So here's your title and here's your snippet. Controlling what's in this snippet plays a big part in click-through rate. So when somebody does a search and then they click something, Google tracks that. Let's say they went to our site, and then let's say they went right back to Google. Google knows right there that they didn't like that site, that they bounced from the site. So the first part, I guess, is making sure that people click your listing over the listing above yours or below yours. But then we get into making sure that you have a good time on site, and that's not covered in this article, but we strongly recommend that you look into that. Now, where you put these specific links in your text is covered in our linking strategies category. So scroll to the top, click link building, and start looking at those articles. So that's all today for keyword placement in your content and how that's crucial to optimization. Thanks again for visiting, and we hope you have a great day.